Hi, haters. We back at it again. And I ain't talking about no damn Frenchies. I'm talking about these hands. I'm talking about the boxing world. I'm talking about my boy right here, King Calderon, Harold King Calderon. You know what it is. 27 fights, 27-0, 18 knockouts, and we want all the smoke. Every bit of it.
All the smoke. Terence Crawford, Spence, Victor Ortiz, Ennis. All y'all all could get it.
King Thurman talking about he king of Florida, man. I beg the different, he begged the different. Y'all talking about high risk, no reward. Man, quit making up excuses. And I'm talking to you, Golden Boy. You know what it is.
Facts.
And I state that without arrogance. I don't mean to be arrogant, but I am a realist. And as a realist, it would be absolutely unprofessional for me to sit here and pretend I'm not an exceptional human being. Because I am.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I know you guys ain't seen me wear these in a long time. For those of you who really been rocking with your boy, who have been watching me for a couple of years, you may remember these glasses. It's been a while since I wore them, but I had to break them out because, one, it is my birthday week. It is True School Week. My birthday is on the 11th of this month. And I had to bring these out because I had to get clear frames to just see through all the bullshit going on in boxing, because there is a lot of bullshit to navigate in boxing. And I've been really wanting to dig my teeth into this topic right here for a little bit of time now. Now, for those of you who may have missed it about a week and some change ago, maybe even 2 weeks ago, it may have been 2 weeks ago, because your boy's been busy. I haven't had a chance to get to all the videos that I've wanted to get to. Very busy man these days. My time is very valuable. But Harold Calderon, Harold King Calderon, 27-0, 18 knockouts, one of South Florida's very own. He has made his intentions very known, not just in my most recent interview with him, but in any recent interviews with him, that basically, like, he's played the nice guy his whole career, and he's gonna get on his shit talking tour, and he's gonna basically be going to do whatever he can to kind of, force a fight and talk his way into a fight, because that's just where we're at in boxing now. It's not about winning in the ring. It's a combination of things, and attention is a currency in this day and age, and he's trying to drum up some attention any way he can to get one of the big names to fight him. Now, he put out a very interesting video, as you guys saw in the beginning of this video, where it was him and former NBA player, former NBA big man, Kendrick Perkins. They put together this little call-out video, and he called out the big names, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Terence Crawford, Virgil Ortiz, Jaron Ennis, and you know the names, the big names of welterweight, right? So he actually wound up getting one response on that call out, and the response was actually from Errol Spence himself. Now, Errol Spence responded, as you guys also saw in the beginning of this video, by saying that he basically said that it's more like a no risk, low reward type fight. Basically saying that he doesn't deem Harold Calderon to be a legitimate threat, that he doesn't think Harold Calderon it's a risk at all, and there really isn't any much of a reward in fighting him in the first place. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and be disingenuous. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say Errol Spence is ducking Harold Calderon, because right now Errol Spence, Harold Calderon is still proving himself, trying to get a fight, and Errol Spence has to fight Keith Thurman next, so he can't duck a fighter if he already has a fight signed. That's just not. The only guy he's ducking right now is Terence Crawford, because that's the guy he's supposed to be fighting right now, but he's fighting Keith Thurman. So the only guy he can duck is Crawford at this moment in time. So I'm not going to be disingenuous and say he's ducking Calderon. But what I will say is this, and I'm going to call Spence out on this. So you mean to tell me Errol doesn't want to fight Terence Crawford? We know he really doesn't want to fight Keith Thurman. This is a fight that he's forced to fight with Al Heyman, right? And we know that Jaron Ennis, as he stated in his interview with Sean Tell not too long ago, that he's not really interested in fighting him next. And now he doesn't want to fight Harold Calderon. So he doesn't want to fight a pound-for-pound top guy. He doesn't want to fight a young contender. He doesn't want to fight a rival, which he's forced to fight in Thurman, and he doesn't want to fight a guy that's hungry to prove himself in boxing in Harold Calderon. So if you don't want to fight Calderon, if you don't want to fight Ennis, if you don't want to fight Thurman, and if you don't want to fight Crawford, who the fuck does Errol Spence want to fight? Who on God's green earth does this guy want to fight? Because from what I'm getting, he sounds like he's lost his ambition for the sport. That's what I'm getting from Errol Spence. He's lost his ambition for the sport. Now, a Harold Calderon fight on the surface looks like it doesn't make sense, but boxing's a game of positioning, and it's a sport of politics, right? Now, let's call a spade a spade. Errol Spence is at 154. He's gonna be at 154. I don't care what none of you Spence fanboys say. He's not coming out. He is not coming back down to 47 to fight Crawford after the Thurman fight. Get that out of your head. So he's a 54 pounder now, as far as I'm concerned. Harold Calderon versus Errol Spence could make sense. Why could it make sense? Because Keith Thurman's a big name, and it could be a tough fight for him. Harold Calderon would be the kind of fighter that would be looked to be a step down from Keith Thurman. And, you might say there's going to be Spence fans out there that would say, maybe Errol deserves a step down. Maybe he should fight a guy that, because he's fought Ugas, now he's fighting Thurman. He's fighting, good fighters, top grade fighters. Harold Calderon, I like him, he's my guy, but he's not really a proven fighter yet. So why not Errol give this guy a shot? Because this guy that's calling you out there saying is no risk and no reward or whatever. He also just happens to be ranked number 11 in the WBA. So he's a ranked fighter. You could actually pick him to fight at 154, and it would actually be a sanctioned fight. Now, I think it'd be an awesome fight. Honestly, I think style-wise it'd be a good fight because Harold has everything to gain, nothing to lose, and those are the most dangerous guys in boxing. Anybody who knows boxing knows that. And that's in life in general. He's a southpaw like Spence. He's heavy-handed like Spence. He's a guy that can manage his stamina very well throughout the rounds like Errol Spence. It's not a fight that's going to happen next because Spence is fighting Thurman, but I'm just saying, I'm not ruling out. I wouldn't rule out Calderon as a potential option for Spence. He may need a tune-up fight. And that's no disrespect to Harold Calderon. He's just gonna have to prove himself, but that's what he's gonna be looked at if they ever fight. Errol is gonna need a tune-up fight. Why not give up-and-comer a shot? Give Harold the shot. You're not gonna fight Charlo. We know you're not gonna fight him because you guys are friends. So you're not gonna fight Charlo. You're not gonna go up and immediately fight Sebastian Fundura. At least I don't think you are. Listen, he says he doesn't believe in tune-ups. We will see, but I'm just out here to kind of highlight this whole thing because nobody talked about it. It's been weeks and weeks and weeks, and I heard nobody talk about this shit in the YouTube box community. Harold Calderon, Errol Spence, make it happen, man. You need to fight somebody from South Florida. We need to see this shit, man, because if you don't want to fight two of your rivals, right? One of them you're being forced to fight, but I'm saying you don't want to fight Thurman, you don't want to fight Crawford, you don't want to fight Ennis, you don't want to fight Charlo. Okay, then fight Harold Calderon. Fight somebody, all right? So, show some ambition. Show like you actually want to fight at this point. Because every time Errol Spence gets asked a question about who he wants to fight, he always says, I don't know. He always says that in his interviews. So, make it that what you will. But, yeah, Harold Calderon's calling out Errol Spence. Does he deserve it based on his resume? Not really, because he hasn't beaten anybody great. But he's 27-0. He's done his job 27 times. He's ranked in the top 15 of one of the governing organizations in the WBA. And listen, Harold Calderon is one of these guys that you get him out of character, he starts talking that shit, and things get really exciting. I feel like if more people were exposed to Harold Calderon, more people will clamor to see him on the television screen. So just give him a shot, man. Every fighter deserves a shot. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just giving Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.